Tune in. We're live.
Hello everyone and Happy New Year. Welcome back to the poddy.
Trigger Dreads episode 2. Ancelotti special. What's the other one?
We've also done a Premier League team of the decade who would get top 4 with players that you might have forgotten about. So it's an obscure Premier League 11. We've both compiled one each and we'll debate each position. He'll surprise me, I'll surprise him. I mean David and myself. And yeah, let's get started with Ancelotti.
We're managers though in the Premier League special team as well. We've both named a manager, and what we had to basically do was name a team that wasn't basically a top 4 side effectively, even though top 4 players of the decade from 2010 to 2020 can be in that team, and a manager who's not effectively Alex Ferguson or Klopp or Pep or Jose. It had to be someone who might have went under the radar and would have decent success with our teams. We don't know each other's teams at all, other than the left back.
Yeah.
But that was through a random conversation. So we'll reveal the teams shortly. So we just watched Man City and the Ev 2-1. Spoiler alert, in case anybody wants to watch Match of the Day whenever this actually comes out live.
2-1 to City.
2-1 to City, of course. Don't need any favours from Everton anyway. But it was interesting to see.
Wouldn't count on it, to be honest.
Wouldn't count on it. But interesting to see Ancelotti in his first big game. People go on about the renaissance at Everton, which probably started with Duncan Ferguson, really, didn't it? And if truth be known,
that's every pre-season.
If truth be known, I would have given Duncan the job till the end of the season. But if Ancelotti's available, I suppose you've got to move.
He's available, yeah. I think as well, Ferguson maybe didn't get the job just on a pure comparison base, because there's so many caretaker managers that do take over and they do well, and then the media and the rest of the fans will back them and go, you've got to give him the job. The job's got to go to person X because he's done this.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for some reason I just think Everton, they're fully aware of that, giving Ferguson the job, and I just think they've thought this particular occasion when the caretaker should maybe get the job, we're still going to go and sign someone regardless. I don't know, they've put themselves on a pedestal, haven't they, with all this investment and Mashiri saying a few things in the media the past couple of years where they've sort of got to put the money where the mouth is. They're talking about Bramley Murdoch.
Yeah, well, that is talk, isn't it? There's not a spade in the sand there. Apparently, it was going to cost 100 million just to fill in the dock. I heard, for anyone that lives in Liverpool and knows the Churchill flyover, which they've just demolished, I heard they were using that rubble to actually fill in Bramley Murdoch, but it was going to cost 100 million. But I'm sure
that's new to me.
I'm sure Joe Anderson, the mayor of Everton FC, will sort that out for them. But yeah, I think $500 million enough spent now over. Was Koeman there when Mashiri was there?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so that's Koeman, Silva, Allardyce, and now the eyebrow himself.
Yeah.
Ancelotti, 500 billion spent. Is he going to get any more money if they lash another 200 million at him, I suppose, and he doesn't have success? What'll happen then? But being avid Liverpool fans, we were just talking before Klopp signed for Liverpool, Ancelotti was linked, and I genuinely wanted him over Klopp, and that was just because of his CV, his pedigree, what he's done in the game. He is pound for pound
done great things with Milan.
Yeah, he's one of the best managers of all time, isn't he? It's hard to think of anyone. I mean, but
he's instantly Everton's most decorated manager ever. Like, who else is there? Howard Kendall. Surely he is.
That's it, isn't it? Joe Royle.
Yeah, Kendall won the Cup Winners' Cup and a couple of leagues. I don't know, they beat Bayern Munich en route to the Cup Winners' Cup, but yeah, he goes in, doesn't he? Having won the Champions League twice with AC Milan in 2003,
Real,
and 2007. I think he won I think I want to say he only won one league title with Milan. Might have been 2 Serie A's. The statisticians out there will have to go and do that sort of research. And then Real Madrid, yeah. He didn't win any. Or did he win a Champions League with them in
He won the
14?
Champions League with them, yeah. He didn't.
Yeah, he did in 2014.
He did, yeah.
Then Zidane has won.
But then I think you talk about world level managers. Obviously, I'm going to say Klopp's the best, and we'll get on to that. Why Klopp's better than Pep? Obviously, True Geordie and the boys touched on that recently on the kickoff. But you'd say, all right, Pep and Klopp 1 and 2, yeah, whatever. And then over the years, you'd say Mourinho and Pep, and you'd say Mourinho's the third best, second most decorated, and then you'd probably give it to Ancelotti. But on recent times and in recent form over the last few clubs they've both been with, is Ancelotti now above Mourinho in that bracket? Because Mourinho's had a couple of rocky years, hasn't he?
I don't know. I'd say Mourinho's United years are a touch better than Ancelotti's Napoli years.
Yeah.
Just with the...
He did actually win trophies, didn't he?
That's it, yeah.
But Ancelotti had the PSG years and the Bayern Munich years, didn't he? And I'm not sure he was as...
Bayern Munich's a given now, innit?
I'm not sure he was that renowned at Bayern, to be honest. I don't think he was a good fit for the club.
I'm just looking at his time at clubs there, and apart from Milan, he is a bit Mourinho-esque himself. The amount of time he spends at clubs. He's signed for Milan. He played for Milan as well, which spanned 5 years, making a total of 112 appearances. But he signed for Milan in 2001 and left the club after a hugely successful era in 2009. After that and before that, he'd done 2 years at Parma in 96-98, 1 year at Regina, and then after Milan, it's 2 years at Chelsea, 2 years at PSG, 2 years at Real, 1 year at Bayern, 1 year at Napoli. There's only Milan where he's had more than 3 years at. When I'm saying 2 years, by the way, guys, PSG, for example, says 2011 to 2013, so that might be 3 seasons. I don't know, but over the course, it looks like it's 2 years.
When you look at it there on paper, it's probably going to sound quite an insult to Everton, but the calibre of teams he's managed there from, after his Parma days, Juventus, Milan, Chelsea, PSG are not on really, are they?
No.
Real Madrid, Munich, Napoli are, when Everton were at the best, maybe not, under the Moyes years, Napoli were probably the equivalent of Everton in that league, weren't they?
Yeah. To be honest, I never really give Napoli much thought up until we started playing them in the Europa League. Was it 2010, around there?
Yeah.
2011.
When he had like Lavezzi and Cavani and Hamsik.
That's the first time I'd started to pay attention to Napoli. They were a great team to go on FIFA 11, FIFA 12.
Well, I was looking at them when he had Rafa, obviously. Just keeping an eye on how they were getting on. But I think for Everton fans, you over the moon, aren't you, with the appointments of Ancelotti? I mean, I don't know why they banked so much money on Silva. Silva was like at
Martinez 2.
Even more like remember Andre Villas-Boas? The next special one, AVB. Tottenham went out, spent like 15 million to secure his services. He was fucking shit, lad.
I think that's it, innit? People get taken away with this idea of sexy football and needing the foreign manager as who did you say then?
Sui, it's AVB.
Yeah, like AVB at Tottenham. It's like Harry Redknapp was miles better of a manager than AVB. He actually got Tottenham. Was
he there just before AVB?
Yeah. He got Tottenham 4th in 2010.
They lost out, didn't he?
And then Chelsea won the Champions League.
Yeah.
Years wrong there. Something happened anyway. So Chelsea won it in 2012, didn't they? So I think Tottenham got Champions League in 2010 with Redknapp. And then they got it again in 2012 with Redknapp. But Chelsea won the Champions League, so Tottenham didn't get it.
Yeah.
And they sacked Redknapp and put AVB in. Why would you do that?
And pay the money just because they thought he was the next Mourinho. I think everybody's been trying to do that since Mourinho. The only one who's actually done it and come up trumps bringing in a foreign manager who's young was Pochettino. But he went to Southampton, blooded his teeth. Mourinho wasn't exactly a no-mark.
Yeah.
He'd come from Barcelona. He'd come from, winning Champions Leagues with Porto. He had pedigree. He wasn't a no one by any stretch. But now, in the Prem, you've got Ancelotti, you've got Mourinho, Klopp, Pep. I think Rafa will be back there in the next 18 months as well. So you literally have every top level manager in the same league. And let's not forget, the Messiah has returned to West Ham, David Moyes, back in the Premier League for 18 months, and he said he's going to force West Ham to keep him on this time.
Christ. I need to show you this thing. It's from another football channel, but they do the it's called Tifo Football, shameless plug, but they do really good drawings. It's like a cartoon thing, but accompanying the cartoons is these stories that they do, and it can be anything from financial fair play in football to the way Klopp does the gegenpressing. Really good, and he done one on Moyes at West Ham from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's resurfaced again, and you want to see the cartoon they've drawn for Moyes. It's terrifying.
I'll have a look at it.
It's absolutely shocking.
Yeah. We should try and get them to do our intro.
Yeah, not a bad shout.
Just looking on intro music then for free on YouTube before we started. And I'll tell you what, it was like we were in a fucking rave in 2001 in the pleasure room. Some of the stuff that was coming on. It was shocking stuff. So next up, we've got United, Arsenal, haven't we, on BT Sports?
15 minutes kicking off, yeah.
I think United are going to smash them,
They've got the number. They've had it for a few
I think going to smash them about 3-1.
I agree. Arsenal apparently played well against Chelsea, didn't they? And it was a smash and grab job on Chelsea's part. Everyone was saying Arsenal had chances. I didn't watch it because I was travelling. But I think same again. I think United United tactically have Arsenal in their back pocket. Just it doesn't matter who the manager is, whether it's Van Gaal, Mourinho. Who else has managed them in that time? Moyes. I can't remember how they got on against Moyes in 2014, but you know what I'm getting at. There's just something with United. They've just got Arsenal's number on stuff.
Well, I think Moyes actually had like a 59% win ratio in his games at United. I don't think he was given the time.
No, it was 58.
I don't think he was given the time at all. But
I don't.
It's one of them jobs,
The chosen one.
Yeah, you're never going to do well there, are you? But I think with
Moisey is our leader. Moisey is our leader.
I think give it gigs.
Yeah.
I think I just think teams like Arsenal. I think Neville or Cara was saying, if you want to watch how a team shouldn't defend, watch Arsenal. And they're right. I mean, the defenders they've got are just truly shocking. And they've got some players, haven't they?
Arsenal's logic is, we can't defend, we know we can't defend, so let's go and sign David Luiz.
Yeah.
That is Arsenal in a nutshell since they last won a Premier League title in 2004.
You want to talk about a spine, yeah? I mean, Leno seems half decent in goal, but they had Check-in, Premier League legend, what
See his mistake though for that Jorginho goal.
Well, for me, Leno, yeah. For me, going off on a tangent, I'd probably say Czech's the best goalkeeper I've ever seen in the Premier League. With David De Gea a close second, and I'd only say De Gea's second now because the last few seasons has been a bit shambolic, but he's outrageous. But towards the end of Czech's career, he started to wane, so they brought Leno in, but then their spines like Luiz, Xhaka, Guendouzi, who I actually like the look of.
At the time, these players, Mustafi,
yeah,
and Xhaka, they signed them two for
massive money,
70 million.
And the rest, it was close to 90 mil.
I can't say I was watching Bundesliga, so Xhaka was a player. And I can't say Mustafi was like quality of Valencia, but these players must have been good in their
Well,
leagues.
Mustafi was at Everton at one point, and they let him go.
The Eric Dyer era.
Yeah, I think he was there at a similar time. Yeah, Eric Dyer's no loss. He's just a thick lump, isn't he? I think he's shite.
Honestly, this is what I hate about modern football. He is a thick lump he doesn't have any pace, does he?
No.
to be a holding mid, so he's not getting across from whatever the wing back position to the other wing back to cover ground fast. That doesn't happen. His tackling, you wouldn't say he's on the level of someone like it's not 8 out of 10 tackling. I don't know what type of tackling it is. Then his technical ability, his passing, his speed, the way he plays the game, it's all very basic. But yet you've got these modernists who would laud someone like Dyer
over Ozil.
Something like that, yeah. But it's this modernist in football where it's like, well, you don't understand what Dyer does for the team when he gets picked for England by Southgate. It's like, no, piss off with all that. Like, I know what he does with the ball.
I'd rather have John Joe Shelvey in the England team than Eric Dyer.
100%. The players like Dyer, it's just very unremarkable.
And that's not a slight on Shelvey. I think on the ball, Shelvey's outrageous. He's one of the best passers of the ball in the league.
I've been watching all these
mentality, isn't it?
Goals of the decade on YouTube, whether it be from BT or Premier League, and Shelvey has got at least two goals in there. But to be nominated, in goals of the decade, one of them's against
the one against Chelsea,
Aston Villa.
For us, remember that?
That one. Well, this one's a bit like that, but it's even better. It's when he's at Swansea. The Villa keeper clears the ball and Shelvey controls it in his own half.
Yeah.
He's near the halfway line, but he's in his D, the circle of it. First time, lad. Straight in the back of the net.
I forgot he even went to Swansea,
Yeah.
I remember Stan Petrov's.
It was like Petrov's, yeah, against Derby all them years ago.
What's best case scenario then for Everton this season? I think what we just seen then, they're not getting top 4, are they? How many points are they off
fucking
top 4? About 11.
Aren't you? I said to our Jamie at the beginning of the year, it was my birthday.
Who's a blue?
And my cousin went, he's a season ticket holder, writes some stuff for a fantasy football thing, and he was going, I said, I'm telling you now, and by the way, I did say this, I'm not just saying it in hindsight, I said Leicester and Wolves are the only two outside the main top 4 that will challenge Arsenal and United for a top 4 place. Because at the time you had Liverpool, City, Tottenham and was it Chelsea? Did they get top 4?
Yeah.
Whatever them 4. And United and Arsenal.
No, Chelsea won the Europa League, didn't they?
You're right. Liverpool, City,
Spurs.
Tottenham. Who's the 4th one now?
Liverpool, City, Tottenham. Fucking hell. God, who finished 4th last season in the top 4?
Fucking hell.
Was it Chelsea?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm sure Chelsea got 4th and the Europa League.
Oh, they did, and that's why Everton got it, or somebody else. Wolves got a Europa League spot, wasn't it?
I said to my cousin anyway, Wolves this year and Leicester this year will challenge United and Arsenal for getting into that top 4. Already been proven right with Leicester. Wolves were knocking on the door up until recently. Like, let's be honest, they're not getting top 4 Wolves, are they?
No.
But my cousin was like, did you not see this? I'm paraphrasing now. He was going, did you not see the teams we beat to the back end of last season?
Yeah, when there's no pressure.
Exactly. Everton are a great side when there's no pressure.
We were the same, lad.
Yeah, we were.
We were the same for about 10 years.
We were even a bit different to them, where it was we'd get to a final, we'd handle the pressures of the semis or whatever, or we'd be fighting for 4th, and then we'd get 5th.
Well, it was like the Europa League final. Got all the way there,
stuff
just
like
fucking
that.
lost
Carling
it.
Cup finals. Yeah. So we'd get far, but with Everton, it's like they literally, it seems like they wait until the 31st game of the season in the league, and then they start playing this sexy football.
I think they think
all this confidence, and they get buoyed by that.
Yeah.
And a new season starts.
And the same Everton.
It's like it's like, oh shit, now we're actually level playing field with everyone else.
I think basically the players think, shit, I might be playing for my future here. So for the last 8 games, they all turn up because they think I might get sold if a new manager comes in, or...
Well, especially when you're safe like that, your season's onto a shitter, you're not getting relegated and you're not getting any qualification. You go out there and you may as well think, I'll just play my heart out.
Well, they can do that now.
Yeah.
Because they're in the FA Cup against us.
Yeah.
So unless they win that, they've got nothing to play for, so they can just relax and play. So can you see how many points they are off the top 4?
Just loading the table, yeah. Top 4's a no-go though, as we've just said, for them. the 10th.
How many points off it though?
Off top 4, 11 points.
Bloody hell.
And that's behind Chelsea. So they'd still have to usurp Wolves, Tottenham United and Sheffield United.
And Palace.
Yeah.
That's interesting though, isn't it? Tottenham United, Chelsea. What's the point there between them?
Chelsea are on 36 points in 4th. And then Tottenham are on 30. If United beat Arsenal right now though, they'll go 2 points behind Chelsea.
That's very interesting. Bad result for Spurs today though.
Everton's best bet there is 8th, because they're not finishing higher than Wolves.
Well, if Wolves win the Europa League...
Yeah. You know what though, with Wolves being 7th there, then everyone above Wolves being the main top 6. Wolves aren't finishing any lower than 7th. They're too good not to.
Yeah. No, I can't see it myself.
Look at Arsenal there though. 13th on 24 points. Bournemouth are on 20 in the relegation zone. If Arsenal lose tonight, they're 4 points away from safety.
Do you think Arteta will get to the end of the season?
Yeah, well, apparently he played well, didn't he, against Chelsea. They were just victims of, like we said, a smash and grab.
But teams like Arsenal, Everton did it, where they went, you know what, we...
Going into on the spin and then they're completely safe. Yeah, they're not getting relegated, to put it that way, but it would be interesting if it's 10 games from now, 30 games played, and they're in that same position.
Yeah.
That would be very interesting then. Because that's a pressure like Liverpool fans never have to, you know, or any of the top 6 never have to deal with Arsenal now being the exception if things go pear-shaped. That relegation type pressure.
You know what it is with Arsenal though? It's like, for years they needed this, they needed that, and they went and they got it. They got the goalie, they got the centre-back, they got the destructive mid, they bought in Aubameyang, they bought in Lacazette, and they spent a small fortune on Pepe, who's shite.
Yeah.
Just so bad.
I don't really know what he does. He dribbled past Van Dijk in that game against us, but they lost 3-0 or 3-1. And then he scored 2 free kicks in the Europa League. That's all I've seen from him so far.
Doesn't look anything good, does he? Arsenal are just walking out now with United. A
flicky, tricky, whatever you want, like fancy Dan type, but it's all about end product, innit? And I know me and you've bashed Salah for, his technique on the ball, his control, his touch, but
he does get the goals,
he gets the job done, yeah.
And that's what matters. So, do you think we should do our reveal?
I just want to make one final statement going back to Ancelotti.
Fucking hell.
Who knows how he'll do? As you said with the money there, I was just trying to do some research on who he actually signed to play for him when he was at Milan, and he'd signed Kaka in 2003 from Sao Paulo. So that would have been for pennies, wouldn't at the time. So that's probably one of the best signings ever in football.
Awesome, him.
He also signed Clarence Seedorf.
Where did he get him from?
Inter Milan.
Yeah, they do business in Italy though, don't they?
Maybe that was like a Bosman. And Seedorf went on to make 300 appearances for Milan. One of my favourite players ever.
Yeah.
He also signed Nesta from Lazio. Remember, that was a big money signing, no? Point being is, as we were saying with the money, he has shown evidence of, cute signings. Like, he shows he's clearly got an identity of how he wants to play his football. And I know Everton, they have signed managers like that. Martinez had an identity, Moyes had an identity. But if Ancelotti's able to get players of this calibre
who knows,
to play for his identity, then Everton might go on in the next 2 years and start challenging for the top 4. They might... Who's centre mid for Napoli at the minute? Zielinski. Someone like that, if they could get hold of him.
Yeah.
I heard the other day they were linked with Insin. He's got the contacts, hasn't he? If Everton have got the money, then sure enough they can be a threat come the next 2 years.
I find a lot of managers now, they never, we haven't signed one player from Dortmund, and when we got Klopp, everyone was like, we'll sign Roos, we'll sign Götze, we'll sign Hummels.
Yeah.
A lot of managers now don't bother going back, do they, to make signings? I don't know if it's like a respect thing or whatever, but it just doesn't seem like they do. I think For once, Everton have got a manager whose identity is tried and tested, and if he needs to defend in games, he will. He hasn't got that philosophy where it's like, no, we'll play you off the park like Silva or Martinez had. He will be pragmatic in games. Yeah, he'll be astute with his signings. He won't sign players for stupid money because he'll think, you know, he's managed Ronaldo, he's managed the best in the world. He's not going to suffer prima donnas. I think the likes of Mussy Keane, I think he'll have to prove himself over a short space of time. For me, you're a player who's 19, you scored 6 and 5 or 5 and 6 for Juventus, and you played for Italy and scored goals. Why would Juventus let you go?
Yeah, that's
when all your strikers, Mandzukic, Ronaldo and Higuain are all over 30.
Yeah, Souness was saying that, weren't he? Surely the logic would be to blood him in.
Yeah.
Like, keep a young kid.
Or loan him out and, you know, bring him back.
Keep a young kid who's Italian at an Italian club and
let him learn off Ronaldo.
Really,
let him learn off Higuain.
That group of strikers, there isn't really much better around. Dybala as well.
Yeah. They got Kingsley Coleman as well.
No, he's at Bayern.
That's it, Bayern, yeah. I'm sure he was at Juve.
Yeah, I think he was. But it is a strange one. It's like, you know, it's like us letting selling a right back now who's promising, but selling a centre back who's really promising now.
Like Joe Gomez or someone.
But or you know, selling Sepp van der Berg next year.
Yeah.
He's made 10, 20 appearances. They've all been decent, and he's learning from Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Why would you sell him?
It's got to be attitudinal issues, hasn't
United are away here already.
Strikes.
Rashford's mastered that knuckleball, hasn't he?
I think I said to you the other week, is he the best knuckleball striker in the Prem, which is quite an obscure point, but he only hits the ball that way on the instep. He doesn't hit it any other way anymore. He does it from a dead ball, or he does it from a rolling ball. He does it on his corners. He's top quality him. So is Martial. He just hasn't got the mentality. But for me, I think I've said it about this Keane. He's got all the trappings of another Balotelli, and obviously I'm making comparisons because he's come from an Italian club and he's played for Italy and he's young and he's physical. He's got all the attributes that Balotelli's got. He just needs to not end up that way, because Mark Manaman said before, if you've left Juventus, you've took a big step down and gone to Everton to prove yourself. If you don't prove yourself at Everton, where'd you go then? Like Watford? You know, what happens? What happens to you then? Do you end up becoming a player who just is dropped down the leagues and is a bit of a journeyman? I don't know. If anyone's going to get it out of him, it'll be Ancelotti, won't it?
A few of them players tend to go to a decent side in France, like Lille or Lyon. You like Depay.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a couple others that went back to Lille, something like that. But
have you seen his new Barnet, by the way? He shaved his head and he put a picture on the gram or something.
Who?
Memphis Depay. And he's like shaved his hair and he had like a wife beater on, like a white vest. And somebody had like put it up and put like, who does Memphis Depay think he is? Vin Diesel.
The one I was going for there was CJ from San Andreas. That's where I was heading towards.
He's like bicht his head though.
I remember walking around there,
Grove
Street in my wife beater.
I've just done a drug deal on GTA. Not in reality.
It's right, lad.
Obviously fans. But yeah, I've went back to Grove Street and just tried to buy drugs out of someone's house. It was actually Sweet's house, who plays your brother, in San Andreas. And they tried to have us off, but Trevor kicked off, so I had to smoke a few fools and make me exit from Grove Street. Like,
what was it, Sweet or Sweep?
Sweet.
Which one was that again?
Your brother. He lived like a door down.
Sweet.
Like sweet.
I remember Big Smoke Ryder, who was Easy.
Yeah, Sweet.
I do know who you mean, like vaguely, but that's going back 15 years ago. Speaking of the last, not 15 years, but 10. Should we get on with our...
yeah, go on.
Get on with our
you do the reveal first.
What do you mean?
You do your team first.
Alright.
Starting with your manager 1 to 11, do your team, and then we'll debate it.
Do you want me? Alright, so do you want to do it like that? No, goalie for goalie, right back for right back.
No, you do yours, then I'll do mine. Right. It's better because we'll be here all fucking day.
Right, I'll put the laptop on sleep mode. I've verified all these. I mean, my laptop, so I don't have to like keep double checking.
So do the manager, and for each person that you pick, do the rationale why they're in the team, why you've picked them, why they're in the team, what they're going to offer, and what position they're playing.
I made it on a thing like that, so there's a quick one.
Oh shit, that's decent, that.
Yeah.
Mine's written down on paper like a fucking OAP.
Just spilled Coke on your rug.
Have you?
Yeah.
On the rug?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking dickhead.
Mine's got on my laptop.
It's been a Coke spillage on the fucking rug. New fucking... Get that kitchen roll, lad.
It's not new now, is it?
I'll have to pause it. It's back on now. We just had the spillage on the rug, so fucking Steve's just had to get up and do a bit.
That was tiring. I need to get fitter.
He's only bent down and blotted the rug. He's out of breath. The fact.
Christ.
Go on, take it away then.
Oh yeah, me team. Right, so I'll mention the formation a couple more times just to keep it fresh in your minds throughout this reveal. So
it's like getting a legendary pack on fucking...
Yeah, this is an obscure team that would get top 4 that have all featured in the Premier League the last 10 years. Me manager I've gone for is Martin O'Neill, because he does have the respect of the footballing world, and he had a couple of tilts at 4th place where they were serious contenders with Aston Villa. Now, the only thing with that is when he was manager of Villa, it was 2006 to 2010. So he did have a season with Villa this decade.
I'll give you that.
And since then, he's managed Sunderland, which was also in the Premier League. You're not going to do anything with Sunderland, are you?
Nah.
I don't care who you are. And after that, he was manager of Republic of Ireland for 5 years. Now, my logic there is I'm taking the 4th place pushers with Aston Villa. He also has a knack for signing good players as well. Like, I think, did he give Agbonlahor his debut?
Yeah, but he come through the academy.
He came through, but he definitely signed James Milner, didn't he?
Yeah.
From Newcastle.
Yeah. That was why Kevin Keegan left. Goal, Arsenal.
Pepe. The flop. I was going to say he signed Darren Bent, but he didn't. That was Gerard Houllier.
Oh God, I forgot he was even there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought O'Neill signed players. He
fucking hell, was it just in Zogby and Agbonlahor then?
It was that time when a lot of people were signing like B-list English players, weren't it? So Villa had Nicky Shorey at left back. I think he's Irish though, and they had Luke Young at right back.
Yeah.
So and he had John Carew he signed.
John Carew,
he was fucking good for him. So I thought, based on that logic, that Martin O'Neill, who has managed in the last decade,
VAR decision, guys.
I'm thinking Martin O'Neill would be a suitable manager to get this team of the last 10 years into a top 4 place.
And he's won a Champions League or 2.
Okay, so
formation.
My formation is a 4-1-4-1. 4 defenders, right back, left back, 1 holding midfielder who's not really going to breach the halfway line. Then the 4 ahead of him is a diamond. So I've got 1 at the bottom. You all know what a diamond is. and then ahead of the diamond, I've got a lone striker who loves to run in behind, and
it's not Agbonlahor by any chance, is it?
The lad can finish. Me thinking with this team, it's very technical, and I've gone for pace and ferocity in the fullback positions
with Nicky Shorey.
Alright, so I haven't picked Shorey, so you can all relax there. Get me picture up again. Me goalkeeper at one point held the British transfer record for the highest goalkeeper before Pickford.
Craig Gordon.
Yeah, he's me goalkeeper.
Not bad.
So again, he was at Sunderland. I don't know if Martin O'Neill did manage him, but he was the predecessor to Simon Mignolet, who was the heir to the throne to Craig, which are very big boots to fill.
Yeah.
And we obviously signed Simon on the back of that, but Sunderland, they're obviously doing something right with the goalkeepers, aren't they? Because they signed Gordon for that much money, 9 million at the time, or 10 million. He wasn't bad for them.
Injury prone one.
He never got relegated. That you know, and that's the main thing when you're at Sunderland, not to get relegated. He never got relegated with them. They've obviously they must have had a good goalkeeping coach, because after that, Mignolet went to Liverpool, so we saw something in him we liked, and Everton then signed Pickford, who's broken Craig Gordon's own record. So I think Craig Gordon at the time, and how old was he
when he signed him?
Yeah, young 20s, mid-20s.
He was a young lad, wasn't he?
So what do you think of that, the goalkeeper?
I think it's a good goalie. I knew, as soon as you said the record, I knew who it would be. But it's definitely an obscure one, and you know he's at a good level.
My alternative to Gordon, who I didn't go for, was Tom Heaton.
Yeah,
and I just thought
he's just a solid pro, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a solid pro, and Gordon had a bit more about him in terms of. To be honest, guys, I can't really tell you what Gordon was good at. Whether he was good at quick reflexes, I think he was, because let's not forget he did play for the Black Cats. But there was more hype around Craig Gordon because he had that
price tag,
as being the most expensive goalkeeper. Me left back is, I don't even think anyone will remember this. Now, I know you do, but it was a guy who played for Portsmouth called Nadir Belhaj.
It's so funny because we obviously, when we were off air before, and I said we were talking about that, and he was the first person I thought of to play left back for me. And I just remember watching Harry Redknapp's Portsmouth, and he would just bomb on,
but he would take everyone on.
Yeah, he was fucking sick.
His defensive capabilities are a bit questionable,
but he was like a flying left back before flying left backs were a thing.
Yeah, this guy could dribble. Like, he just had that knack of ability that you couldn't teach. He was Algerian. I'd say we all know what the Algerian quality of football is like, but we don't, and that's the point. No one taught this lad how to play. He done what he wanted to do, and he just bombed on, and he did get a couple of goals and assists for Portsmouth. He only played for them from 2000. I think when I was looking on his wiki, he might have been there for 3 seasons, but he did play for them in 2010.
Yeah.
And Redknapp signed them when Portsmouth were doing pretty good.
Was that the season he won the cup?
They won the FA Cup in 2008, but they did get to another final.
They had like Yakubu and Defoe and
Sully Muntari,
didn't they? Yeah. Sully Muntari.
I looked at him, by the way, and he wasn't eligible to make this team. So he's me left back. So I've got Craig Gordon and Belhaj. I'll give you me other full back. I was going to go for Seamus Coleman, but I thought this other fella, he's a title winner. He's got top 4, and he's survived relegation a lot of times. So you know he's up for the fight if it was to get tough. I've gone for Victor Moses.
Victor Moses, a fullback, that is obscure.
Yeah.
Played for us as well, didn't he? And he's versatile.
Yeah.
Played for Wigan, Crystal Palace, Chelsea, us. I'm sure he's on loan in Turkey at the minute.
I thought that lad, as a peak Victor Moses at fullback, is pretty much faultless. That Chelsea type Victor Moses, because he did win the title with them, didn't he?
Yeah, he was one of the stars as well that season for them.
I think it was Conte put him back to fullback, and he done more than a job for them. Me centre backs is Johnny Evans.
Another title winner.
Yeah, won a lot of titles with United. Been around a solid dressing room for most of his career, especially his early career. He didn't win the league with Leicester, did he?
No.
But he's 31 now. Wealth of experience for Northern Ireland.
He's one of the linchpins in this Leicester team as well.
He's played for United, and he's played for teams who
West Brom.
they fight relegation.
Solid defensively though.
And now he's back again at Leicester, so he's not obscure in a sense that no one knows him, but the whole point of this, like we said,
it's like an underdog's 11, isn't it?
Yeah, and the last 10 years, I think Johnny Evans does qualify for a centre back.
Yeah.
The other one is the Brazilian who played for Chelsea called Alex.
Oh my god, what a strike!
Yes,
fucking loved Alex.
Like, again,
I wish I had him in mind.
They had him on loan for years.
What a strike!
Yeah, they brought him back, And I think he actually did win a title for Chelsea in 2010.
With Ancelotti.
Yeah, you'd be correct, Ancelotti, yeah. Well,
Just on that, did AVB go to Chelsea after Tottenham? He did, didn't he?
It was...
Or Chelsea then Tottenham?
No, he went to... Isn't he at Zenit St.
Yeah,
Petersburg?
but didn't he do... He's managed Chelsea and Tottenham, hasn't he?
Yeah, both of them.
Go on then. So it's Alex, yeah?
So that's me back five. I've got Craig Gordon in goal, Victor Moses, Bellage, Evans and Alex.
Can't argue with that.
So me one holding player who's protecting that defence...
In case Alex bombs on.
Yeah, is Wilson Palacios.
I like Wilson Palacios. He played for Villa as well, and Wigan, didn't he? And Tottenham.
Tottenham, yeah.
But he started at Wigan.
So
Honduras' finest.
Yeah. So again, like, Wigan had that group of players that were getting picked off by other teams.
But they were all from, like, mid to South America, weren't they? Like, Valencia was from Ecuador, the Honduras.
I just thought of a striker I could have had.
Well, you can have him as a maybe.
But as you're mentioning them players, Hugo Rodallega.
You're going to say Zaki or Hugo Rodallega?
I thought of Zaki, but I didn't go for him in the end.
Hugo Rodallega had some talent, didn't he?
Yeah. So Palacios is the protector. Again, he survived relegation with Wigan. You know, he's about to fight. My other alternative to him was Nigel de Jong, but I just thought Palacios offers more. De Jong was like...
He was a bit dirty, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's played with better players, but I think Palacios is the better hold and mid out of the two.
Not bad.
And he's also... I think he might have got top four with Tottenham.
He was in a good Tottenham side. He was in Gareth Bale Tottenham side, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's it. So he's me holder. Now, at the base of me diamond... This is one where you're all going to laugh at me, but you need to think of the season he had, why we signed him. Charlie Adam. When he was at Blackpool in that season, 09 to 10, his left foot...
was outrageous,
He was 25 at the time.
It was like watching Javi Alonso with Scottish.
You wouldn't think it's a look at him, but he was like still only young, 24,
you wouldn't
25.
think it's a look at him. But he's looked 46 since he was 19, hasn't he? So he hasn't aged a day.
And I just remember watching him for Blackpool going, I'd like us to sign him.
And we did.
And it didn't work out for him, but...
He had the ability, though.
But that season in Blackpool, and he's one of the few players who scored from his own half.
Yeah.
So his technical ability...
He's on all your set plays.
Yeah, that type of Charlie Adam would pull strings, like, on his day for the team.
Pepe's having a blinder, by the way.
Left side of the diamond, this is another guy... Now, some of these will get inconsistent. In fact, I'd probably say... I nearly said his name then. Charlie Adam and this guy are probably your most inconsistent ones. You need them to perform. So on the left side of me diamond, I've gone for Ed Alterat.
Yeah, I was going to put him in.
Yeah.
All the ability in the world, that lad.
Played for Tottenham, was an absolute gem at QPR. Just obviously didn't apply himself. I was torn between him and Ben Arthur.
Yeah.
But I thought Terrat had showed more in the Premier League than Ben Arthur.
Ben Arthur got the signing at Barca and PSG, didn't he?
Yeah.
What happened there? Is he still at Barca?
No, I looked at this the other day. He was at Newcastle, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Went to some French team. I don't know who after
that. It was
that.
Lille or
but then PSG
Nice.
picked him up again.
Yeah.
Because he was so promising for that Lille or Nice, like you say. And then he left PSG and I don't know where he's at now, but I didn't pick Ben Arthur. So Terrat's the left side of me diamond, and me thinking with that is his ability on the ball. Bellage will be... The only thing with that, Bellage and Terrat, is exposed to fuck.
Yeah.
Wilson Palacios
is going to have his work cut out.
He's just going to have to cover every time. Bellage bombs forward because Terrat's not running back. Right side of the diamond is probably me joint best technical player in the whole team. This is again so he can cut in as well and just run some of the game. I've gone for Rafael van der Vaart.
He was class, like.
I think, although he was, you know...
Is he the one that you said was an 87 on FIFA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, he was sick.
Van der Vaart played with some top players in a top Dutch team as well. Ruben. Can't believe I just said Ruben like that. Robin.
Ruben.
Schneider. Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie. He played with some top players.
Ruben Van Persie.
And he was good at Tottenham, by the way.
I actually liked him more than Modric at the time.
Yeah. Van der Vaart, Gareth Bale and Modric. Like, what a midfield three there.
Yeah.
Don't know who the other one was, but so far, what are your thoughts on that?
Solid. Well, not solid. Solid's the wrong word. Obscure with a lot of talent in there. Not a lot of balance, though. Wilson Palacios is going to be run ragged every game.
Do you not think the formation outsets the imbalance, though?
Not down the left, no. Who's right back again?
Victor Moses, so that's solid.
He's bombing on, but he's solid, yeah.
At the point of the diamond, I've got my favourite player on his day. I wanted Liverpool to sign this guy after he was at West Ham. I've gone for Dimitri Payet.
I was going to pick Payet. He's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
For that season, wasn't he?
Like 18 months he spent in the Premier League. He said he wanted to go back for family reasons or something, but what a joy to watch.
But how good is it that he actually did go back to Marseille?
Yeah.
He didn't go, I'm going home for family reasons. Like, I remember Carlos Tevez saying, I need to go closer to my family, and then he moved to China or something.
Yeah. It makes,
Yeah, he's world level.
And I've got...
When you've named your final player, just do a recap of the 1 to 11, just name them.
So I've got the back five, as I've said, protecting, hopefully doing a bit of a park the bus thing, and then this five are all interlinking, changing, playing balls in behind to get onto this fella's runs,
balls
who then
deep.
hopefully slot it. Gone for Loic Remy as my lone striker. Pace, can
Power.
finish, can open his body, composure in abundance. Played for Chelsea. I don't know. He's obviously won trophies because Chelsea seem to win a trophy every year.
Yeah.
Top player in France when he was out there, and I think he has been capped by the French national side.
And we nearly signed him, didn't we? Deal was done.
If it's any bonus as well, the fella who's in the number 10 behind him is Payet, so he's both French. That gets you bonus points on Ultimate
Go on
Team.
then, do your 1 to 11. Just
So
reel them
recap:
off.
Craig Gordon in goal, full backs Victor Moses, Nadia Belhaj, centre backs Alex and Johnny Evans, holding midfielder Wilson Palacios. Above Palacios, bottom of the diamond, is Charlie Adam. Left of the diamond, Adel Taarabt. Right of the diamond, Van der Vaart. Point of the diamond, Dimitri Payet. All feeding balls into Loic Remy.
Who's captain?
Captain of that team, for me, would have to be Johnny Evans.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well done, little Steve.
Go on then.
It's a good team.
It is. Thanks, Dave.
Be interesting to see
win.
if there's any variants.
Oh yeah.
But I'll
Well, you know, I don't know.
you know, Grandad Dave here has got his written down on some paper in a book. So
Yeah. I did do mine on paper.
I'll reel mine off.
But I just
Obviously, do the rationale behind them, formations, what have you. Just before I get started, Arsenal playing really well, and that Pepe's got Luke Shaw on toast at the minute, hasn't he?
We were slagging him off before.
Slagging him off big time, but he's really playing well.
Controversial, but I don't mind Luke Shaw. You know,
He's not a bad player at all.
He's just around at a time when United obviously aren't the best, and there's a lot of top left backs in the league now.
So, going on to my team, I'm playing a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3, depending on how you look at it. And
Mine had cut it apart.
Depending on how you look at the number 10. I've got two old midfielders in front of a strong back three, but there's a maybe with one of the midfielders. I'll get to that. But I'll just start off with the manager. So Warnock. That Warnock video, we'll have to watch that again. I fucking love that video. Get out of my face, son, you're fucking disgusting. But so on to the manager that I love. I was struggling with the managers. I was trying to be obscure. Martin O'Neill didn't even come to my mind, to be honest, which is a really good one. If he did have come to my mind, I probably would have picked him. But obviously,
probably would have thought about him.
Because he had a renaissance at us. Maybe it's because I'm a Liverpool fan or what. But I've gone for Kenny Dalglish as the manager because I just thought, you know what? He's a legend. He's won it all. He commands the respect of everyone in the game, and you know, players, especially British players, will look up to him as a legend, playing for him, and what he's achieved. And you know, he was in the Prem for what was it, 2 seasons?
Yeah.
He obviously took over from Hodgson
2011,
and then they bought
18 months.
Brendan in, didn't he? And I think he probably set a lot of the foundation with the good football that we started to play at the time. I remember he even had players like just Chase Spearing in the team, but they were actually playing all right. Although we didn't do much, you know, we got to 2 finals that year. We won the League Cup, and you know what he did to keep Luis Suarez happy at the club as well, I think goes a long way for why I've picked him. So Kenny Dalglish at the helm, me goalkeeper.
Great player as well.
Great player, great age. My goalkeeper, who's pretty much won everything in the game, was in the Premier League, and it was a shock that he was in the Premier League, is the Brazilian Julio Cesar. So
yeah.
I picked him as my goalie because he played for QPR, didn't he?
He'd have gone well in my team with Alex.
But at the same time, you know, he's played for everybody. He's played for Brazil. He's played for Inter Milan.
Yeah.
He was a top level goalkeeper at the time.
Yeah. I was surprised QPR got hold of him. But
exactly.
They were playing. You know, they were gambling, weren't they? With players they were trying to sign and to get hold of some of the.
Well, they had a lot of the money, didn't they? Yeah, and that was the thing at the time. They had that documentary out, the 4-year plan, which was really good.
That's another one who Nathan Manua played for, by the way.
QPR, yeah. So yeah, I picked in Julio Cesar, quite good on the ball, brilliant reflexes, good shot stopper. So I think he'll go into the team quite well. Obviously not at his best when he was at QPR, but I thought he was quite obscure, so I've picked him. I've checked he did play in the 2010 or after 2010 seasons. So me 3 at the back, me back 3, solid. It's just solid as a rock. I've got a lot of height in there, not a lot of pace, and not a lot of ball players. But the first of me back 3 was Blackburn's finest, Christopher Samba.
I thought of him.
Absolute colossus. Could go up front as well when they were chasing the game. Proper Sam Allardyce tactics. Tactics like where, you know, just lump the big fella up front. But
yeah,
he was a good player, and I think he went on to play for Angie Makachkala in the Russian league as well.
And then he went back to QPR, didn't he?
I'm not too sure. So I went for Chris Samba on the right side of me defence, because he's probably got more pace than me main centre back.
This is going to be a slow defence.
Yeah.
This.
So me main centre back, another behemoth of a man, Breda Hangeland,
good
from
one.
Fulham.
Yeah.
Absolutely solid defender. 6'6", 6'7". He's actually a Liverpool fan. I've seen him at the match. He's bloody huge. So I wanted him in the side, and I was going to just have a 2 centre backs with Samba and Hangeland, but I thought if I played 2 flying wing backs, I'd be exposed no end, because they've got no pace to split the defence.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd go for Samba on the right side of the 3. Then I'd have big Breda Hangeland in the centre of the 3. And to the left of the 3, although he's still playing now.
Is he left-footed?
No, he's right-footed, but he's all right on the ball.
It doesn't matter really, does it?
No, and in his day, he was quite quick. He's really slow now. Although a recent derby would show you he's still faster than Adam Lallana, is Phil Jagielka, who probably might feature tomorrow when we play Sheffield United. Jags is obviously been in the Premier League for, you know, over 10 years now. Just left Everton, but still did a real good job for Everton last season.
Captain material.
He is me captain, to be honest with you. He is me captain in the team. But if you look through the Premier League over the last 10 decades, 10 years, and take out, you know, the main centre-backs, like the great centre-backs like Carragher, Terry, Carvalho, a lot of people rave about Ledley King. I think Jagielka's up there, you know, in the top 5 or 6 centre-backs. So I wanted him in the side. I wanted him to be captain. So back 4 of Julio Cesar, Jagielka to the left, Hangeland in the centre, Chris Samba right side. So move on to me 2 old midfielders. A player that has won a title.
It's very narrow, this, isn't it?
It is narrow, but I'll give you me width soon. A player that's won a title, you know, solid player, we flirted with him for some years. He did end up on Merseyside, but for the Blues, was Gareth Barry. So I
was looking at him.
I thought Gareth Barry would come in and he'd sit there nice and, he doesn't move much, but he's solid on the ball. Not the captain material. He's no frills. He's going to protect those three at the back.
He could, like you say then, could be captain, couldn't he, as well?
He could be captain, yeah, but I put him in late. I've scratched someone out for him. So I was actually going to put in Yohan Cabaye, but I thought against it.
We've thought a lot of the same players, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought against it, and I put in Gareth Barry. Now, the fella I was going to have next to Gareth Barry was touted as being, in 2 years' time after signing, the best player in the world, and that's John Obi Mikel of Chelsea.
That's a blast to the past.
However, I've decided against John Obi Mikel, and I've put Ramirez in instead.
He crossed my mind.
Who played for Chelsea, because Mikel and Barry, although would be solid, you wouldn't get past them. They can't move, can they? They're both
I think
slow.
Ramirez is the best player you've put in so far. Like, he was a quality runner off the ball.
Yeah.
And then in big moments as well.
Yeah, big moments.
Like that chip against Barcelona.
And he got
to get Chelsea back into the game.
He got a move to China, didn't he? Didn't he go to a club in China?
Yeah.
So I've put Ramirez in, Slim Pickens as he was known. He's going to be me legs next to Gareth Barry. So they're both sitting.
No, Ramirez is a top player.
Now on the right hand side, it's actually a right back. And I wanted him in because I thought,
I know who you've gone for.
You probably will know I've gone for, but when me centre backs are, very narrow, he can drop back in to make it a 5.
Yeah.
No, and me left midfield. Oh, what a miss!
Gone for a throw.
Sorry, me left midfielder can do the same, but me right back for me was one of the best dribblers in the Premier League for some years. Yeah, Glenn Johnson.
Yeah.
17 million signed for us from Portsmouth, and he signed for us at the wrong time. If he was playing for the Liverpool Klopp team, all right, we've got Trent. But he would be perfect.
A lot of people would be like, even in this obscure one here, when they know it's an obscure 11, they'd be like, what, you gone for Johnson? But it's like...
He was class. Oh.
When he was carrying the ball forward, I've not seen many players who actually... They don't really look like they're going at full speed. They look like they're jogging with the head up.
Yeah.
He would dribble and not really have to look at the ball that much.
He just beat players, and he could go inside on the left, outside on his right. He was an athlete, he was strong. I thought he was quality.
Yeah, and he had a good left foot. He'd scored a few screamers on his left foot.
So I've got him in to offset the defence, but also to provide not just dribbling forward and being an athlete up and down the wing, but to provide crosses for me front two. My front two are quite tall, both good in the air, but both got pace as well. So that's Johnson on the right. My left mid he was one of the first names on the team sheet, more from a nostalgia standpoint, but he had goals in him. He had a cracking left foot, and he was a good, solid technical player. Morten Gamst Pedersen.
Oh yeah.
From Blackburn. I don't know if you remember him.
I do. I didn't even think of him in this. I thought of someone like David Bentley.
Yeah, I thought of Bent.
I wasn't really keen on him at Tottenham, and when he was at Blackburn, he was quality, but that was before 2010. I can't really remember the form Pedersen was on.
I just remember Pedersen having a cracking left foot, scoring a lot of goals for Blackburn.
No, he was unique.
And working up and down quite well. He reminded me of like a Nico Crankiart type player.
He was in a good team
at the time.
We had a two guy in there.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Two guy Kerry Moglu and Andy Cole.
Benny McCarthy.
They had good. Benny McCarthy would have been a shout. They had good players. So that's the midfield. Barry, Ramirez, Glenn Jono on the right, and Pedersen. And then in front of them is a number 10 who I was umming and ahhing over because I thought, is he sexy enough? And he's probably not, but he scores goals and he did it consistently. And he probably never got the credit or the move to a bigger club that he deserved. But Kevin Nolan, I've put in.
See, I was going to put him in, but I don't like the Kevin Nolan at Newcastle. The one at Bolton, I would have done him.
What about the one at West Ham?
He did, actually. I forgot he even played for them.
He played great with Andy Carroll.
Yeah.
They were the perfect foil for each other, weren't they?
No, that is a good shout now you mentioned West Ham.
He got like 8 to 10 goals a season as a midfielder. He was solid on the ball, composed. He had a bit of bite in him. He put it in when he had to put it in. And, you know, I don't even know if he ever had an England cap. A beaker, yeah, with his little celebration. But I thought, you know what, he's going in the team because he won't do much going backwards, but I've got Ramirez and Barry solid. I've got Johnson and Pedersen solid. And he'll just sit there and he'll just sweep me up 10 goals a season.
Yeah.
I did also think about Tim Cahill. But I decided against that one in the end. So my strikers, I've gone for 2 strikers. And one of them you had, so Loic Remy, one of the first names on the team sheet. The season when Mourinho come back and Chelsea won that league, he was absolutely pivotal, and it pissed me off because we had him in the bag, and because this heart thing, we didn't sign him.
Yeah.
I think that season on his own, he got Chelsea something like 10 points, coming off the bench, scoring goals to get draws, scoring goals to win them leagues, and you think...
We should have gone for him. We signed
take a gamble,
didn't we,
yeah.
instead? Yeah.
Take a gamble. I mean, he was perfect for Liverpool.
It was very much like the Minamino signing now. Like, you could get him for 8 mil.
Yeah.
And you probably know...
What you're going to lose.
Yeah, he's going to be sound either way.
So, yeah, I thought, yeah, he had to go in the team. Fast, strong, good in the air, really good. I think he'd work well with me other striker. And it pained me to put him in the team, to be honest, because of obvious reasons. But Demba Ba,
yeah,
I put in. When he was at Newcastle, unplayable. Went to Chelsea, obviously done some damage against us. Good in the air, strong, fast. So I've got quite a lot of height.
Team. You know who I think might have complimented Remy better though? Edin Dzeko. Because he's still on the level of Demba Ba there. But obviously they played together, didn't they? So...
Yeah, and I don't know. I was quite reluctant to take like players from the likes of City and Chelsea if I could help it. But you know, then I thought the likes of Gareth Barry was a bit obscure. Ramirez was a bit obscure. So 1 to 11, I've got Julio Cesar, Samba, Hangeland, Jagielka, Barry, Ramirez, Glenn Johnson, Pedersen, Nolan, Remy, and Barr with Dalglish as the gaffer.
Yeah. It's a good team. It'll be a good match. I'll definitely
tune in,
watch that game.
Wonder who we need to speak to make that happen anyway.
What?
To make that game.
Oh yeah.
Charity football. That's the team anyway. That's both the teams before half time in the Arsenal game. So I mean, we've rattled on for over an hour now. And best conclude.
Goes quick, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does conclude. It does. We'll have to call it a day, but it is the first of the first 2020. So hopefully we'll get more Triggered Reds episodes out in the coming weeks, and potentially go video in it.
Yeah,
at some point. That's the plan.
Need to try and sort somewhere to host it consistently. So we'll keep you posted, and we'll see you at the next one, fans. Oh, good effort there.
Ta-ra.
There are always a couple of people who can tell you, yeah, but you didn't win. So now, let's talk about 6, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be.